welcome to Fantasy Blogspot. For week 1, we have topics of discussion for tonight. We have trade discussion between Kevin and Austin. Trade discussions between Michael and James. Austin's ranting, sleeper pickups, and shenanigans for the week. A special guest tonight, we have Ian Douglas, also known as The Gift and the Curse. And welcome in. How are you?
What's up, Joe?
Okay, now, going to topics of discussion. How do you feel about the Kevin Austin trade that has recently been vetoed?
Austin's a cheater. I mean, Kevin doesn't understand anything about fantasy football, or he would have given me Reggie Wayne by now.
I see.
I mean, Austin, he gets these numbers like 1,400 yards for Derek Ward, who is
Out of his ass.
Yeah, out of his ass.
Out of his ass. Out of his stomach then.
Yeah, like 1,400 yards for a backup running back.
Not so good.
On Tampa Bay, I mean...
Well, the trade, as we know, is a Peyton Manning, a Derek Ward, and a Felix Jones. You know Felix? I don't know Felix Jones.
Felix
Aaron
ran for 50 yards last year.
Not very known. And Aaron Rodgers and Reggie Bush. I do not like Reggie Bush. But that is what we have, and it is a stamp of veto on the trade. Now, going to a trade that we are looking to be accepted is the Michael and James brotherly love trade, as we like to call it. We have, as we know, let this come up here, Willisms and the Jamal's dojo back to full action with Antonio Bryant and Jamal Lewis for, as we know, no Sean Marino and Mr. Lee Evans. Now, what are your thoughts about this?
I don't care either way. They're trading bench players who will see 1, maybe 2 weeks of action like this whole league.
I see.
They're trading like Joseph Adai for a backup, almost cut Jamal Lewis. I mean, these are shit players.
This is a horrible bench trading, as we can see. Jamal Lewis, as has been defined as the decaying legs. And the old Antonio Bryant, as Michael called, 8th fantasy receiver. But what is to happen is not in our mindset yet. But no Sean and Lee Evans could potentially be 2 good sleeper players. Don't you agree with that? No Sean, we don't know what to do. We don't know. I mean, no Sean. Yes. Do you think that is advantage for Lee Evans or disadvantage for Lee Evans?
I don't think it matters either way, because Lee Evans had 3 touchdowns last year, and Trent Edwards sucked something awful.
I see. So again, this trade happen or don't happen, it don't matter. Now back to our topics of discussion. Austin ranting. Now, what are your thoughts about Austin's continual ranting with cuss words, which I do not appreciate in the synagogue, but he likes to use these words? What are your thoughts?
Austin, I don't know. He's just trying too hard. He needs to understand that Michael Whalen is a better ally than enemy.
I see. Ally,
right.
Like Israeli U.S. allies versus Palestinians. We have allies. Michael, you like the U.S. Austin, you like Israel. You have to have the ally, or the Palestinian go boom on you. Yes, go.
As I was saying, I mean, Austin's team is really bad. He has 3 players that if they don't come through huge, he's going to get last place in the league. Kyle Crown's team is better than Austin's team. And, I mean, I just don't understand. Austin, needs to just lighten up a little bit.
I see. Lighten up. You understand, Mr. Austin. You maybe need to lighten up. I do agree with your words. His words are too harsh. And saying these F words to all the players is unacceptable, especially when we have Emolmin in the conversation at times. So his virgin ears or eyes cannot see this sort of bad behavior, and maybe potentially we can propose maybe a suspension for this kind of behavior. Do you think about that?
I don't know. Are we gonna suspend him from posts or?
I mean, both is possible. With a commissioner, my best friend, Josh Morris, he can do whatever he chooses. And what will be up to him, we do not know. But we have recently been updated. Stop just get Arab money from Austin's team. A new name for his team. I do not know what that means. I don't.
I know what Arab money is.
What is that Arab money?
Arab money is.
That is not Arab money.
That's Arab money.
That is not. That is stupid. Okay. Now we have a sleeper pickups next on our list. Now, as you see, players that have been recently added and dropped. Some of these can be potential, as we can say, baby boomers, and can result in big-time fantasy points. Now, as I show you these players that we've been looking at, maybe some can be potential boomers, such as maybe the likes of Dominic Hickson. Some can say can be a standout. Maybe a Kyle Orton with a strong Denver offense, but the certainty of Brandon Marshall is unknown. And also a TJ Duckett I would like to add, who has just been reportedly announced not active. I like to put that in there. And we will have more updates after a week 1 of fantasy action. We will get back to you. I would like to thank you, Ian, for being my special guest. I am Cyrus Kiani Goldstein, filling in for Cyrus. Thank you, and I wish you a good night.